Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Shaughnessy, and on this channel we discuss fragrance, beauty, and wellness. And if you simply like to have a good time and you like my vibe, subscribe. So y'all, in today's video, I was inspired by watching Chloe Yasmin. It's always doing period kits, or and then she did a back to school period kit. And it felt like I needed one more video in my little back to school mini series. And if you haven't seen my, what order did I do them? If you haven't seen my fragrance recommendations teacher edition video, I will link it above. Check it out. And also, if you haven't seen my fragrance recommendations student edition video, I will link that above. Check that video out too. So next week, school officially starts. Students will be in the building. That's when school is really back in session. So I was like, what other video could I do? And then when I was watching, like I said, Chloe Yasmin's video, I said, So the video I have today is back to school / work feminine essentials video. I didn't want to just do a period kit or anything like that. So I just wanted to share what I like to have with me going to work and some items that I feel like secondary female students would find helpful also. So first I made a little list. I have down extra clothes. At one point, I worked quite a ways from where I lived. And so I would keep an entire outfit in my trunk and a bag. I would keep an extra pair of shoes. I would keep underwear and an outfit, because anything can happen. Anything can happen, and I know I wasn't going to drive all the way back to the house, because I'm not coming back, or coming back to work, or I wasn't going to go out and buy anything, or ask somebody, you have this, you have that. I like to be prepared. So if you work far away, I would suggest having a bag with an entire outfit just in case. And also for, like I said, students who are in secondary school, and secondary means middle school and up, you usually have lockers, or you have access, especially in high school. Sometimes middle schools don't let them use lockers, but you can have like a little extra pair of underwear, an extra pair of pants during that time of the month, where you might have, we all have had an embarrassing period accident where you've stained your clothes or something. We've all been there. We're all women. We've all experienced it. So I suggest having, like I said, underwear, an extra pair of pants. If you have a locker available, I really suggest that. So since I went into talking about the period a little bit, I'm going to show you what I keep at my desk at work. So this is my bag, and I have to remember to take it back to work. A student made this for me, gifted this to me years ago, and it's kind of a little beat up looking, but I'm not going to get rid of it, and I use it to keep in my desk in my office at work for just in case. So in this bag, I'm just going to pull it out and show you what I naturally keep in here. I haven't added anything, nothing. So I have 2 pads in here just in case, like I said. So you need to have some pads. If you wear tampons, you can have tampons, pads, or both. You need to have whatever you use for your period. You need to have, whether you're working or going to school. Even though at school, you can go to the nurse and they can provide you with a pad. But I'm the type, I like to wear what I normally wear, because all pads aren't equal, okay? So for your at work, back to school essentials bag, have some pads. I also have in here fragrance-free Summer's Eve Cleansing cloths. You can use this downstairs. You can use this. It's hot and sweaty. Maybe you need to freshen up those underarms. You know, you can use this, wipe yourself dry with a paper towel and refresh yourself. So I really suggest having some type of cleansing cloths. Whatever your favorite is, have them. These are the ones I really enjoy, the Summer's Eve. I really like these, so these are the ones I use. Okay, so cleansing cloths. Let's say, like I said, it's hot. It's just miserably hot. And you think you smell a little not as fresh as you were when you arrived at your job, or you arrived back at school, when you first arrived at school. So you have your wipes, okay? Now you need to use deodorant. Have you a deodorant, okay? I at first had one of the travel size that you had to, you know, rub on. But then one day my friend was like, I need some deodorant. And I said, I need to have spray deodorant just in case, because anybody can use this. You don't have to worry about cross-contamination, whatever, germs, or just some people don't like to, you don't want to share products like that. So this is perfect. So I suggest a spray deodorant to keep with you for yourself and for some friends. If you know one of them like, oh, I need some deodorant. You're like, girl, I got you. Here you go. So I suggest that. Also, we all have to do it. We all have to go number 2. Now, I don't like going number 2 at work, okay? I didn't like going number 2 at school. But sometimes you have those occasions where you don't have a choice. Your body says, I don't care what your issue is. I don't care if you don't like doing this. The body needs what the body needs sometimes. And when that happens, you need some poopery, okay? I use this. I know some people use this at home, but I will put this in my guest bathroom. But you spray this inside the toilet water before you use the restroom. So I need to get another one too. I need to add that to my Ulta order. So yeah. And if you don't want to get poopery, get something. Because this used to be the only one available. But now you can find, you know, kind of, I don't want to say knockoff, but you can find other brands that do the same thing for a better price at some of the discount stores like Ross, TJ Maxx, Burlington. So I suggest getting something. Just something to have just in case your body says, I gotta go, and you don't have a choice. Get you some poopery, okay? You don't have to have everybody in the bathroom knowing what you were doing. You don't have to do that. Because, you know, the trick used to be you flush, flush, flush. So, I'm sorry if I'm, we grown, you flush so the smell doesn't permeate the air. Well, this way, and everybody knew what you were doing because you still flushing that toilet. This way, you don't have to flush like that. And everybody doesn't have to know your business. What you're doing in the bathroom. It's your business. Okay, so you have your poopery. You also need to, sometimes you're just out somewhere, like in the restroom or at work, just in general. And there are unpleasant odors in the world, okay? So I suggest having a mini room spray. So I had a friend of mine, I walked in her office, I was like, girl, your office smells so good. And she said, here, I got an extra one of these, take it. So I love this. I don't know exactly where, I can't remember where she said she got it, but if you don't have this, and I meant to bring it out here, y'all, and I'm sorry, I am not getting up for anything I forgot for this video. It's just not happening today. So I meant to bring a Bath & Body Works concentrated room spray because they're small too. They can fit in the bag. They're not sprays that are loud. You spray 1 or 2 times and you're good to go. You're smelling good. You're leaving the bathroom smelling good in case there wasn't any spray, or you just, you know, you're leaving it good after you, or you spraying because somebody else was choking you out after you went in after them. So I suggest you have a room spray. for your office, for my professional women. Now the kids going back to school, I think you can spray this in the bathroom, but you know, you can't be spraying everywhere in school, but you can spray in the restroom. So I would suggest having this too, because you know, what if you have to use the restroom? You know, kids get real embarrassed. So that's a way that you can go to the restroom in peace. Okay, so next, so that was everything in this bag. So I also have items that I just keep in my desk or I keep in my bag. So I'm combining it for you to make you a good back to work, going to work, back to school essentials, feminine essentials. So what I suggest next, you have to have a hand sanitizer. Okay, I never was big into hand sanitizer until masking season. I would have them, but I wasn't hardcore got to have a hand sanitizer with me. I am now. So my favorite are from Bath and Body Works because they smell good, they look good, they're cute. So you can get a spray to keep in your desk or your locker or your bag. You can have an antibacterial spray. Like I said, they smell good, everything. You can even use this as a room spray if you want to. This is good. If you want something smaller, you can have one of the pocket bags. And you can keep this on your backpack if you're a student, on your purse for the working women, or in your desk. Like I have a spray and one of these in my desk because I told you I got rid of that lanyard where I wore it around. I have another place where I have to go and help out and work a lot, so I'm gonna have it in there too, a spray and all this set up for that area also, because I have to have my hand sanitizer, because when I shake people's hands now, I sanitize. I don't do it in front of them, but I do it because I'm not trying to catch nothing, cold, flu, nothing, and other. I'm not trying to catch anything. So, another thing I suggest is, and this is in no particular order, you all. This was just coming to me. I tried to do it in a certain order at some point, but now it's just as it's coming to me. I also take with me a fragrance mist. I've mentioned this in multiple videos that when I don't take my perfume with me because I don't want to break the perfume. If I have a travel size perfume, of course, I will bring that. But usually to touch up, whatever mist I did with my fragrance layering combo for the day is the mist I carry with me. This is the mist I pull out of my purse for this video because this is the one I have been using this week going to work. And this is Fresh Coconut and Cotton from Bath and Body Works. You don't have to have a Bath and Body Works fragrance mist, but I do suggest a fragrance mist. You don't have to have this big one either. You can get travel size, smaller ones. You can get Walmart. Whatever your favorite mist is, you can get and keep in your handbag, office. You can keep it in your desk if you want to, because this can be a room spray also, or just to keep it there to freshen up. If you don't want to carry it in your purse, you can keep it in your locker, in your essential bag kit. You could just get a smaller one, like I said. It doesn't have to be this big one, but I highly suggest having a fragrance mist. Now, I also, like I said, I keep this bag. This is the bag I keep in my purse. And I can't even remember what I have in here. So I know I have what the next item I wanted to talk about, and that was perfume. Have you a perfume? I've had people come to me and they say, we know you got something, Shaughnessy. I forgot to put on a fragrance today. I know you got something that smells good. May I use it? Sometimes you go somewhere and maybe I forgot my mist that day. I was in a hurry. I know I have a travel perfume in my bag at all times. So this is from House of Sillage. And this is a fragrance I I'm not in love with. It's okay, but every time I've sprayed it, people are like, oh, it smells good. But it's just not my favorite. But, you know, it's better than smelling something unpleasant, you know. So this is the one I keep because I'm not in love with it. I just keep it in my bag for just in case. So if you are a teenager going, you know, secondary, middle school and up, you can go to Bath and Body Works and you can get a travel size. I meant to bring one of those out and forgot, but y'all know, if you watch my channel, you know what I'm talking about. The Bath and Body Works perfume pen sprays. You can get one of those. They're not expensive. They're not above, as of now, as of yet, they're not above $15. You can get one of those. You can try to catch it at a deal, honey, or use a reward, and there's your perfume. There's your perfume. Affordable, easy, smell good. Okay, what else is in here that I had on my list? So for hair, do y'all want to do hair? Yeah, I want to do hair. So for hair, I have down on my list a scrunchie, but a hair tie. So I just have this old raggedy hair tie, y'all, that I made. I don't even know how many years old this is, that I just keep in here. Now, I don't even know if this will hold all my hair at this time. I mean, I can make it work. It might not look cute, but let's just say I need the hair up. I need, you know, I wouldn't do it while I'm at work, you know, because that's not professional. But let's just say I'm out somewhere and, like, okay, I was helping my brother in his classroom. The air wasn't on. I was like, I'm dying. I pulled out the hair tie and I wasn't worried about how it was looking, and I put my hair up. It is hot, or just in general, if you're one that can easily throw your hair up in a bun or whatever, have your hair tie essential to me. Now for me, I also have in here a hair pick. You can have a comb, a brush, whatever works for your hair, that when you feel like you want to touch it up, have you some kind of hair tool, okay? Also, let's see what else is in here. Is that all for hair? Oh, no. Y'all, see, I've used them all, so I got to put them in here. I did have bobby pins in here. You always need a couple of bobby pins. If you just are a woman, you need some bobby pins. Now, I also had, so I'm going to add that to this bag. I've used them, and then I didn't replace them. So I'm going to put some bobby pins back in my bag. Also, I have down here, you need a hair clip. You know, the thing now that are making a comeback, you remember how we used to twist our hair at the bottom, put the hair clip there, and you know, your hair is looking all cute. They act like that's something new. It is not. I used to do that all the time. We all know. But that's the thing that's really popular now. So especially if you're in middle school and up, have you that in your little bag. So if you get hot, you can do that little cute hairstyle with the hair clamp and have your hair looking all cute. So that's essential also. Now, that's all I have in this bag with hair. So I'm going to take a break from this bag so I'm not jumping all over the place. So I was thinking more for students on this one. When you get finished with PE, or you're running track and you know y'all outside running, doing all that stuff, you sweat, bring you a dry shampoo. Touch up, freshen up your hair so you don't have that, you know, that not fresh hair scalp smell. So I would suggest this. I mean, we could do it too. It's so hot being a professional woman, because I be sweating sometimes running around doing stuff at work. So I might get me, I wouldn't bring this big one. This is just the only one I have right now. I would get a travel size, but I do suggest it. Also, I was thinking you could get you a little hair perfume. Also, this is Aussie. I know it's $5 or less. You could get this. It smells good. Just mist it on lightly. There you go. I think that's a good refresher for your hair. Now, back to this bag. I also have in here a mirror. I think you always need, I'm going to turn it this way since it's like, I think this might blind you on the other side, but it's a pretty like sterling silver mirror with butterflies. I've had it for years because I was obsessed with butterflies. Have you a compact mirror? Because, okay, I can't stand for anything to get in my eye. it has to come out immediately. So this is the way I use it. People are like, Shaughnessy, you got a mirror? I keep a compact mirror in my desk, and I have one in my bag, because sometimes you need to get up close. And I always suggest having a mirror, touching up your lips, whatever, have a mirror. Also, I always have nail clippers. That looks so unattractive when you have like a hangnail. It can be painful. You could break a nail. It's crooked. It's edged. It's jagged. It's just ugh. So I always have some nail clippers. So I have 2 in this bag. I think this came for free with something. This came with a manicure set. Have you some nail clippers, because fun fact, at school, on campuses, the nurse isn't allowed to have these anyway. So you need to have it if you want to clip something on your nails, because the nurse will not have it, because they're not allowed to have those and use those on students. And just for us as women, I mentioned the reasons why. Have you a nail clipper in your feminine essentials bag, okay? Another thing, you got to have a file. So I have this file that I got for free with something, just in case, because I've had people say, you got a nail file. I'm not going to use it again. Once they use it, it's going away. So when I get little free ones, I keep them just in case someone asks for it. Now, this is one I got from Sephora years ago. It's a glass file, and I rarely use it. It looks like it's looking kind of rough, y'all. I don't even want to show this. So I have this travel one from Sephora. Y'all have had this, I don't know how many years. Look how beat up it is. And then you open it and you can pull it out, and there's the nail file. So yeah, it's looking a little rough on the edges. I don't even know if Sephora still even make this anymore. I rarely have to use a nail file at work, but I have used my nail clippers. But I always like to have a nail file in my bag. So let's see what I want to talk about next, y'all. I have down here Kleenex, and I meant to pull mine from my purse and forgot. I like to keep like those pretty fold up Kleenex, cute little Kleenex that's flat and easy. Always have you some Kleenex, because you never know. Yeah, have some Kleenex with you. I also have down, which I should have had with the period stuff, but really it's not just for your period. I have a feminine spray. Have you a freshen up spray, because especially during the summer, especially if you're plus size, your thighs rubbing together, you running around doing something, you get sweaty, you might just need to freshen up some. So I suggest to have a feminine spray in your feminine essential bag, okay? Let's talk about lips for a second. So I suggest having a lip scrub, and I'm going to tell you why. And I suggest this one or any that comes in a compact. This is the Fenty one that comes compact like this. At one point, my lips were peeling, and all the time. I cannot stand that skin, that dry skin, cracked looking lip look. It is no, okay? No. So I suggest having a lip scrub. Like I said, one, you can just do this, take it off quickly, and then fix your lips, because that is just not attractive. And lip balm won't fix it while you're at work. Lip oil, lip gloss, it just masks it a little. You have to get that skin off. So I suggest having this, because that is not attractive. It is not. So I suggest having a lip scrub. Now, then you're going to have a lip balm. Now, I know, we all know, carry whatever lip combo you wore that day. But let's say you don't feel like doing all that, because sometimes with a lip combo, you got the lip liner here, you got the lipstick edge right here, you got this in the center, you got this. Lip combos can get complex. And, I say, for me personally, they don't ever look the same. They don't ever look as good as when I first applied it anyway. So depending on my mood, I might reapply what I put on that day, or it's time just to be basic and just make sure my lips look nice and pretty. So I just have a few options. And I was thinking of the children also, so I'm going to put this in here because this is the NYX lip oil. It's very affordable. So I suggest this as, and not just this one in particular, just this brand lip oil. It's affordable. You can get it Ulta, Target, Walmart, I know for sure. You can keep this in your bag, backpack, handbag, desk at work, wherever you want to keep it, makeup bag. Just have some type of lip product that will make your lips hydrated, that moisturize, and glossy, that makes them look pretty. So I suggest this. Now, we're going from affordable to expensive. So now I'm going to show you the mid-range one. This is what I have on my lips now. This is the Summer Fridays Lip Butter Balm, and this is my favorite one right now, and this is in Pink Sugar. I suggest this. This can be teenagers and up. Now, this is $24. So, you know, if you want to go spend your allowance, or you got a job, you want to treat yourself, go to Sephora and get a nice lip balm, this is wonderful. It gives a sheer pinky tint. It stays on my lips a long time. I just feel like my lips look nice, and it's good for a natural look, or just when you don't want to be bothered, but you want your lips to look nice. Love this. Now, if this is for my professional women, you know, you might just want to be a little bougie and pull out something, keep it at your desk or your handbag, and when it's time to, you know, you just want to touch up, but you want to be extra with it, this YSL Rouge Volupte Candy Glaze in the color number 2. This is just, and I've used it. It is a sheer pink. Now to me, the Summer Fridays gives more of a pink tone than this YSL. But this is really good, y'all. I put this on to try it out when I went with my brother to work in his classroom. No air. We were busy. I wasn't drinking enough water like I should have, but my lips stayed hydrated, moisturized, and shiny for hours with this. And I was impressed. Now, do I still think it's worth $40-some? I do not. This is a treat yourself bougie balm. This is what this is. I've been wanting like a fancy lip balm to keep with me at work or wherever. And so this is it. This is it. I was looking at Chanel, I was looking at others, but I was like, oh my goodness, I don't like YSL lip products usually. I do enjoy this one. Like I said, this doesn't have much color, but I do enjoy this one. So this is one I would suggest also to keep in your feminine essential bag for the grown women who don't mind spending that money. Okay, so we talked about lips. Let me see what I want to talk about next. Also, at one point I had really oily skin. Now, I don't know if because I really moisturize my skin so well now, I don't feel like I have oily skin. Now, sometimes I might need to blot a little bit, but it's not like it used to be. But I wanted to suggest you need to have some oil blotting paper. I'm trying to make, this is the Fenty Beauty one. It has a mirror. So this is the one you can open, pull them out, and cut the paper across there. This is just, these two are just so cute together. So you don't have to get this Fenty one because it is pricey for blotting paper. You can get Clearasil. You can find blotting paper anywhere, but I suggest getting something for when you're shining or whatever, because I'm not going to be reapplying powder. I don't do all that with makeup. I'll blot it, but I'm not going to be reapplying and doing all that. So I suggest blotting paper to have to keep with you also in your feminine essentials bag. I also wanted to mention it's good to have floss. And I mean the ones like the Dentex, you know, the ones with the little handle. The ones that look, let me pull out one just in case. I'm sure everybody has seen these. This one, these kind. Because, you know, you eat lunch at work, at school. And then, you know, you get your mirror Or you look on your phone like the young ones do. You go to the camera, look on your phone, you check your teeth. If you see something in your teeth, girl, have this. Because if you don't have this, I have taken paper, tried to get stuff out because I'm not walking around with something in my teeth, okay? Now, at one point, I got this. My mom got me something with this, or I purchased it. I can't remember. But I cannot get these flossers in here the right way to save my life. I don't know if these aren't the same as I drop it. I don't know if these aren't the same size anymore. I don't know how these got in here correctly. So I keep this case in my bag, but I can't get them to stay in there right. I'm going to work on that. So, but have you some of these somewhere, because I'm telling you, it's going to happen. Eventually it's going to happen. You're going to eat something and it's going to be in your teeth and nobody going to tell you, girl. I be telling people nicely, because to me, I'd rather be told I have something in my teeth than sit around smiling in people's faces and talking to them looking ridiculous. So if y'all see somebody with something in their teeth, just say politely, tell them. Because I would get so mad, I would check and go, oh my goodness, nobody told me that. Seriously? So don't be that person. Tell people, okay? All right, the next thing I want to talk about, I forgot to bring, is gum. Have some gum. I keep gum in my purse. I keep gum in my desk at work, so I try not to ever be where I don't have gum. Because if you don't like chewing gum, have some mint. If you don't like mint, have some breath refresher spray. Because you just want to have it for yourself and others to make sure you're not in somebody's face with your breath kicking. Because for number one, if you're a kid, they're going to say something to your face and talk about you. And if you're an adult, people might, if you have a reputation for bad breath, people will be talking behind your back. So have you some gum, some mint, some breath spray. Have you something to make sure your breath is fresh in your feminine essentials bag. Because you can be all pretty, honey, with your hair done, the makeup laid, the nails looking good, the outfit fire, smelling good with your perfume, and then you open your mouth and it's like dragon's breath fire coming out of people. Don't nobody care about that. All people see is and smell is, because I have been around some people with some breath issues, okay? So don't be that person. Don't be that person. All right. And I understand sometimes there are medical issues that, that you have breath issues. That's why I'm saying be aware, be proactive, and do everything you can to, not have those issues or at least not be as prevalent. Okay. All right. The next thing I want to talk about, I'm trying to, mark off as I go. I just purchased these. I used to keep a Tide stick with me. That thing came in handy so much. And I was like, when I came up with this video idea, I said, Shaughnessy, you haven't had that in a minute and you have been saying you need to get it. This was a perfect opportunity for me to buy it because of this video. But then, y'all, I was looking and saw these. These are individual wipes of Shout Wipe and Go Stain Remover, honey. I was like, what? It says it lifts stains from car interiors, carpet, and all fabric. And they got a high rating. Now, I can't attest to that. I haven't used these. But the Tide pen was good. The Tide pen was good, but it would leave a stain, a wet spot on your clothes where you used it. So I don't know if this does that, but I'm going to have them now in my feminine essentials bag, and I'm going to see if they work. So I know the Tide pen works. So I'm just going to say, have you something. Now that they have more options available, because it used to just be the Tide pen, but I know they have more options. Get you something that you can remove a stain from, because it's going to happen. especially if you wear white. Anytime I have on a white shirt, I can go all the time and not spill anything on my clothes during lunch, drinking, anything. And then I wear white, so I'm getting on there. So yeah, these are a must-have for your feminine essentials bag, okay? All right, we're almost done, y'all. So the next thing I wanted to mention, okay, so it's a thing where the students don't mind wearing the little acne pads. They just wear them. And in fact, some of them were wearing them and they didn't have any acne. They were just wearing them just to do something. So my suggestion, okay, for the professional woman, like I had a pimple right here. My hair covered it. So, and I knew I wasn't going to be moving my hair. I put on a zit sticker because I didn't want it to get bad. Now, this right here, I have a bump trying to come. I didn't feel comfortable being a professional, even though these are pretty clear, but they're still visible. You can still tell. So my suggestion is keep these zit stickers come in separate individual packets like this. Have you one to take with you, keep with you in your feminine essentials bag. And for the professional woman, if it's somewhere where no one is going to notice it, I suggest using it. For the kids, y'all be doing it anyway, so there you go. Just have them with you to put on when you see a pimple coming. So I think this is a good option to have in your feminine essentials bag also. Now, I also wanted to mention, if you're wearing nails, like a press-on nails, like I have press-ons on. So I made sure this is the nail glue that came with it because I was just trying these out. I made sure I had it packed in my bag because I do not want to be walking around and it's popped off. If I notice it. If I notice it and I can get the nail, I can immediately go ahead and put it back on. So I always want to, I think I'm going to be wearing press-ons more often, you all. It's kind of a new obsession for me right now. So yeah, I have some nail glue. I've already ordered 2 things of nail, different kinds that people were saying were the best. So yeah, have nail glue in your bag. Now I also wanted to mention, if you wear false lashes, I don't wear false lashes, but if you do, have the lash glue. Because, you know, a lot of women wear, because you can wear lashes now to work. They aren't dramatic or anything. They're naturally pretty and nice. But you don't want to go around and you talking and one is up here and one right here. Because, you know, so you need to have some glue to fix your lashes. Students also, because they be wearing the dramatic kind to school. So they need to have some lash glue. So make sure you got some lash glue, y'all. If you wear false lashes, use some lash glue. Okay, the last item I'm going to talk about today is sunscreen. Now, I don't suggest this one in particular because it is limited. It's limited edition. You can't even get it right now, to my knowledge. But I wanted to show this one because it's a spray. So I have been meaning, and I should have got it with this Target order that I placed to get these. I should have gotten a spray sunscreen because it is so, the sun feels like it's cooking me when I walk out of that building. And I know it's not good for my skin, even though it's not long. It's not good. So I was thinking I need one to keep at my desk because when we have a fire drill or something, I need to have on some sunscreen because that sun is miserable. Miserable. So I suggest having you a spray sunscreen, and a spray sunscreen that's for face and body. You know, face and body, because this is only for your body. Have a spray sunscreen for your face and your body. So if you have to be outside for some reason, you can spray down. If you have, you're running track, you're outside, have you some sunscreen. Have some spray sunscreen, because I'm going to get me one. I just forgot, because this is not one I can spray on my face. I want one for face and body. Okay, y'all, so those are the products and the items I thought were essential for us women. So if you enjoyed this video, please give me a big thumbs up. Y'all, I was telling you that, you know, this week has been, I've been driving that struggle bus, and I was like, y'all, I don't know if I'm gonna get a 4th video out, but look what happened. Look what happened, you know? So I got it out. So please, if you enjoyed it, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. And also leave me down in the comment section. Tell me what's your essentials for when you go to work. What's your work bag essential look like? Feminine essentials bag. Tell me what, and this to me is a good idea. If you wanted to, like I mentioned, gifting fragrances in my previous back to school videos, this is good to make a nice kit, especially for a secondary student. This is awesome to get them a nice bag and fill it with these items or whatever you like, whatever you think is essential. Like I said, I want to know what you all carry to get more ideas. But yeah, I think that would just make a cute back to school gift. It would be so cute. So yeah, leave that in the comment section down below. What's your feminine essentials to carry with you to work and or school. And please share this video with everybody, y'all, because we still trying to grow over here. And please don't forget to turn on your notification bells so you don't ever miss any of my videos. And as I always say, if you like my vibe, subscribe. Until next time, bye. Y'all, I also forgot to mention, have you some Tylenol or ibuprofen or Aleve or whatever it is for your health issues, okay? Generally, people usually have, like, I'll be carrying a big old bottle. You know how some people have a cute little pill case? Like, I bought one for my mom. I should have got one for myself. It's really cute. It's a Coach one. It's so cute. And, you know, you can have a cute little pill case with a few Tylenol or a few, whatever your pain reliever of choice is. During the winter, cough drops. You know, you can have a little medicine bag. I'm going to work on that for me, because I am bad about that. I'm bad about it. I don't always have it, but it is something I used to do, and then I got out of the habit of having certain things. Sometimes you need something for stomach relief. Whatever you tend to use for certain health ailments, have you a bag with that also. So y'all, this time I should be really done and really gone. Bye.